Hello everybody out there, how is it going? Welcome to Flawless Rage 2. We are setting you up for your weekend ahead. That's right, it is the 26th of February 2026, the very last stream of February 2026. Thank God! Spring is just around the corner, so we better crack on, I suppose. So tonight I was going to do a wrestling stream, but I've decided I've got so much work to do on this hotel, we're going to carry on with that. So let's load it up into Flipper. I hope everybody's had a good day out there. And yeah, it's been a funny old 24 hours, let's say. So yeah, we should just get into it and see how we get on tonight with the hotel build. I've done some improvements on it today. I've managed to get on there for a little bit today and do some improvements. So let's take a look and see what I've done. Now the name is in the hotel somewhere. I haven't put it on the outside yet, and I'm going to try not to show it until I'm ready. That'll be some point next week. And don't forget, next week, Thursday going into Friday at midnight, my time, UK time, it will be a first look at WWE 2K26. So there we go. In the chat, Kathy's in. Hello, Kathy. Welcome to the stream. She says, hi, sorry, got a lurk. Bad headache, can't wear my glasses. Yeah, cool. It's fine. Not a problem. Right. So, what have we done to improve this joint? Well, the name's on that carpet, so I'm coming over here. So, we've put, obviously you saw all the gold around it the other night. I've put another wall in, just as like a barrier for the staircase, so nobody, comes in there. Also, we've painted in here, done the gold there, and also marbled up the stairs to match the floor. We have lighting. Yes, we have lighting in here now. So that's very good. The reception has also got a couple of tills. We put the tables and chairs out for the restaurant area. This is a bar now. So that's going to be served up with drinks and stuff. There is a sign up that says kitchen and bar staff only. The kitchen itself is done. Check this out. So this is where they'll come in. There's a pass. I've actually made a bloody pass. Like you'd get in a proper kitchen restaurant. So there's a pass there. Get behind it. You got cookers with hobs all the way along there. You got some blenders there, some microwaves, a couple of toasters. Pretty much anything you wanted to cook, you can do it here. I might end up moving those along a bit so I can stick a fridge in, but that'll be for another time. Or I could even put a fridge in there, really. We'll see how it goes. But that's been done. The lighting's in, as I said. The deck, the pool deck, I don't know if I showed this the other night, but this has been done. There's got some sun lounges out here, looking very nice. You've also got some deck chairs out there as well, so you can watch people swimming and stuff. Check them chicks out in them bikinis. Abso-fucking-lutely. Then if we head on upstairs, you saw what we did up here the other night. The flooring is down. The ceiling's still got to be done. Room 1, I've got to remember which rooms are done. Right, room 1 is done. Room 2 then should be done. 3 is done. It's looking good. 4 is done. Right, so them rooms are all completed. I'm going to do another like wall kind of deal here, just so people can get up and down the stairs safely, and I will do the same as the floor like I did downstairs. Upstairs, do we have rooms? Yes, we do. We got some rooms here. Of course, this one needs to be done, so there's maybe something we could do tonight. And also this one as well. They've got to have a bathroom fitted in and everything, but we can't just have 2 rooms. So what I am going to do is build another room. I'm gonna cut it off a little bit here, or I mean, I suppose I could essentially move this door so we could have it, say, like, if that's where that room's going to end, I could honestly have the entrance to the room here, but that ain't too far, so fuck it, we'll do it, because that way I can build onto it. Right, okay, it's adjustment time, folks. Let's move the door all the way along to that side, and now we can build along here and make another couple of rooms. So that's what we'll do. As for this, I might get rid of him and put a wall, just a single layer across there. So I think we'll get that done first, because that way it's something to build off, and also will count as like a banister kind of area. I'll just do a fucking full wall, why not? You may as well. But yes, the last stream of February, 2 months of 2026 gone, out of the way. I've got to admit, the last couple of days we've had some fucking gorgeous weather. We really have. Yesterday was absolutely phenomenal. It was warm. It was lovely. I even went and sat outside a little while just because it was so nice out there. Right. So if I go one brick in, I mean, that should hopefully be enough. How big is that? That's what she said. Ooh, maybe we should go the full length, eh? The more room we can get, the better. So let's chuck that along there. And build a wall. Get another couple of rooms going here. If we can squeeze 2 rooms in here, that'll be absolutely brilliant. Lovely. Be honest, I've had a bit of a gaming day today. I've been on here, done some work. Then I've been on GTA and done some. Started doing some stuff over there. But yeah, I was going to do a wrestling stream tonight, but I thought I could do, and it would be nice, but I kind of really just want to get this done. So that is what we're doing, and now that's all, you know, caved off from there kind of thing. So let me get a door, and then we can head on inside this room. If I put that there, we can see what we got, and that's not too bad. I mean, it's just a hotel, so, you know, we need to take that into consideration. So I'm going to go about here, maybe. One room might be a little bit smaller than the other, but that don't really fucking matter, I suppose. Build the dividing wall. We're not going for elegance, we're not going for class, we're not going for any of that shit. We're going just sort of like a nice, comfortable, you know, hotel. I also have watched a show tonight which has given me the idea for possibly my next build. So I'm quite excited to be getting that done. So we might make these bathrooms just a little bit smaller. If we go here and we build another wall, I mean, these can be sort of, I mean, if that's smaller, we could just call these like the cheaper rooms kind of thing. This hotel ain't going to be on no fucking Trivago or any of that stuff. And that's the thing, do you know what? That's a good point to talk about, actually, right? That brings me to, you know, something to talk about. Everyone's seen the adverts, right? You know, the Trivago adverts, where sort of like you go on their website and they can get you a cheap hotel for a certain, you know, price. How the fuck can they afford to do that? How can they afford to sort of like, you know, have these hotels and then sort of like offer a cheap price when they've got to make fucking money? I don't get that. That makes 0 sense to me. I mean, am I missing something? You know. A little bit odd, to say the least. How can one fucking room be, you know, say like, you know, 210 quid a night, and you go on a website and you can get it for sort of like, you know, 110 or something a night, when it's a 210 quid room? How does that work? It can't, can it? Am I missing something? Very strange. Right, let's get this room done. It is a smaller room, but it'll be fine. So, if we go ahead and we put in some wallpaper to kick it off. Wallpaper, there we are. We could put in some, I'm doing floral. It's neutral, isn't it? We could do something like that, maybe something like that. We could do oranges. I don't know who wants to fucking wake up to oranges though, but there you go. We could even do something like clouds. We could do ones with these dog bones, even though I still say they look like penises. I'm sorry, but they just do. We could do that one, which is another botanical one. Actually, fuck it. Let's go for that. See how crazy we can make this. Let's have a bit of fun with it. Right. Okay. So, also a status report. You remember the other night I said about my daughter, going on to do Young Voices yesterday. Well, she went. My daughter has performed at the O2. I'm fucking so proud of her. She did it. She went with her school to do Young Voices, and really enjoyed herself. She didn't go to school today because she was, she woke up and she was like, I got a headache. I don't feel very well. Just because it was such a long day, and it really was a long day. She was supposed to get back at midnight, and there I was at 1:45 this morning going to pick her up from school when they finally got back because of diversions and stuff. So, but she has performed at the O2, so to my gorgeous, amazing little girl, very proud of her. Very, very fucking proud of her. She did it, and what a great opportunity it was for her, to sing in an arena as big as the O2. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. So proud of her. Yeah, she got back really late. I had a fucking late one as well. That was, 1:45, I had to go up a road which didn't have any fucking street lights up it. And it was about near enough half a mile long, something like that. It's basically an old main road. It isn't used anymore. There's all bushes and brambles and stuff like that, but it is tarmacked. So, that's just used what kids, and the parents use it now just to take the kids to school, and you get dog walkers on there and such like. And, but I was alright. I had like 3 fucking high beam lights strapped to the front of my bike. I was well away. It's quite fun, actually. But yeah, that was alright. So I went to pick her up, got her home. I couldn't have got to bed until about by the time I got her home, got everything sorted out, settled down and what have you, it was getting on for sort of like 2:30. So I did have a really late one, so did she, so she had the day off. They can't expect kids to fucking come home that time of the day and then sort of like be up the next morning to go to school, even though they said they can be in by like 10 o'clock. I wonder how many kids actually went today who were there yesterday. There's going to be a couple of, goody two-shoes ones who have gone in, but not my girl. Not my girl. She was just too, knackered to get there, so she stayed off. I think, honestly, when it comes to doing an event like that, yes, it is a fantastic opportunity for them, sure, but I think they shouldn't really expect the kids in the next day. They should actually be a day off. The practicing and everything, they had to do as well at school, it's been relentless. And my daughter takes a relentless attitude towards it as well, She is in love with performance. She loves singing. She loves dancing. She loves, acting, the whole, dramatic thing. She loves all that sort of stuff. So I'm really happy that she, got the opportunity to do it. And yeah, extremely fucking proud of her today. Not many people can say that their child has performed at the O2 Arena. And yes, she wasn't on her own. She was with other children from other schools as well. But she still sang and was part of that show. You know, so she has performed at the O2. And I'm so very, very proud of her. Right. Okay, enough about superstar singing sensations. Let's get this room done. So it's not looking too bad. It is looking a bit like a cheap motel room, but we'll go with it. Okay, so next up, let's get a blind up the window in here. It's just fucking easier to do a blind than it is curtains. Right. So we want that. I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to turn you white. Let's make it neutral. Chuck it up there, put it across there. There we go. Beautiful. Now, everything that a hotel room needs is here. We're going to put a bed in. We're going to put our hotel bed in. I'm naming it the hotel bed. We're going to put that in, and that's going to be a little more to over this way than it is the other side, because I want to put a side table down there, and also, come on, you know what's going on that wall. So let's get the tables down first, and they are there, the nightstands. There we go. Come on, don't be a dick. Right, there we go. Lights. Let's get a couple of lamps on there. We'll go with something different in this room. We could just go with that. That's a nice little table lamp. It'll work. It'll serve the purpose. Looks a bit like a mushroom, but we'll go with it. So there you go. Stick them on. Lovely stuff. We'll of course put our main lights in as well, should anyone want to use those. And for that, we'll use the ones we've been using in most of the other rooms. I mean, I don't even know if we need two in here, but we're going to put two in. And then we'll put a socket on the wall and wire them up. Right. Okay. So there's that one. And that one. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so that is done. Maybe a bit of art should go on the wall. I was going to leave that to do it in a minute, but screw it, we'll do it now. An anatomy poster. That's really what you want to see in a hotel room, isn't it? Welcome to your holiday. These are the muscles you could pull. Right. So, we could go with... I mean, there's wall decor here. I don't know what the bloody hell that's supposed to be, but... we could put it above the bed. Whatever the hell it's supposed to be, I don't know. I just don't know. Decorative tray. Wall decor. How the fucking hell is that decorations? That's not decorations, that's a piece of fucking... a bunch of fucking boards fucking glued together, innit? Here's some more wall decor, apparently. I don't even know what these things are supposed to bloody be. Christ, let's get a picture in there of some kind. Heart flipper. That's a good one. Okay, what else do we need? Well, I'm just going to chuck up that mountain one's always a good one. It's always a good feel of that. There we go. We could put a custom one up as well, but we'll go with that. So there's the basic hotel room. Now, let's do a bathroom. So the thing is, this is tile, so I might even keep that on the floor, which will save us a heap of time. So I'll just do the walls then. So we'll choose some tiles for these walls. Okay, so we'll go there, And what tiles shall we have? Now you could always go the grubby route like that, or you could go with something a bit different. I would like to go for the wall. And Pam's in. Hello Pam, welcome to the stream, mate. I hope you're okay. Welcome, welcome. Amazing to see you. She says, hello, well done to your daughter. Bless her. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really do appreciate that. She's worked hard. She has worked hard, bless her. So thank you. I really do appreciate that. You're awesome for saying that. Thank you so much. Right, we're going to go with this different coloured marble in here. I ain't trying, like I said, I ain't trying to go fucking extravagant, elegant, or, you know, anything like that. I'm doing it basically sort of like just as a nice hotel. And yes, my next project is in mind, so I want to get this one finished up so I can start on that. Well, I might even just start on it anyway, really, to be perfectly honest with you. The flickering ain't fucking gone, I've noticed, with this hot fixes they did. Pam says, I never had the nerve for anything on stage. I know. It can be sort of like nerve-wracking, you know, that kind of thing. But she takes to that, like I said, she loves performing. She loves acting, singing, dancing, you know. And believe me, right, 100%, you know I'm fucking 100% straight up. I'm an open book. Ask me anything, you know, I tell no lies. You know, she is such an incredible performer. She can sing, she can dance, she can honestly do it all. And I honestly, I'm not just saying that because she's my daughter. If she was crap, I'd say she hasn't got it. But that is something that I cannot say. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to stick a thing on that. So fucking, get the right one. Wiring. There we go. Lovely. So that should be all hooked up now. No, it's not. Fuck me. There we go. I didn't press the right bloody button. It's working. Right, lovely. So now we're going to make this this bathroom just a little bit cheaper, I think. You know, every room's got to have a room that is just that little bit cheaper. So that is what we're doing. So we have this kind of a shower. And we'll make it white. And be in a shower, we'll make the curtain blue. And this is like a corner kind of unit. So I guess we could put that there. Where's the shower head? It's there. Right, okay. So I'll put that there, and then what else do we got? I'll put the sink next to it. Of course, turn it white, got to be clean. We'll put a sink next to it. I will put a mirror above that as well. We're not going to be that cheap. There we go. We'll chuck a mirror above it as well. And then we need some place for the toilet. So you can get the toilet to go with it. But I have to be completely honest. This toilet, I don't like it. It looks horrible. It looks really fucking bad, so I'm going to go with the regular toilet. And we could always, you know, put over another side or even up here, one of these, a urinal, but if I go with it, I'm going to go with that one. It just it's bigger, so it's more obnoxious, and that's why I like it. So white. And we can just put that there. So there's your bathroom. The light is in. The room is done. That is another room off the list. There we go. So that's the first room on this one done. So what numbers do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be room 5. So we need to put a 5 above that. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's get a number 5 and chuck above it. Now I've got to find them bloody numbers again. Do you know what? Let's do all the fucking numbers while we're here. It's going to be easier. Right, so that's room 5 in it. So 5. And then we are going to do another room over here. I'm going to put the door above it first. That way I know where the hell I am. No, no I won't. I'll fuck up. I know I will. Right, where's the next one? So that's going to be 7. Right. And then we've got this one, which is going to be room 8. So I need to just chuck a door in there so I can give it its number. I'll put the door in as close as I can. Maybe that'll be, you know, that's going to work. That's going to work beautifully. Even though I'm probably going to end up fucking swapping it over because there's going to be a bathroom go along here. We'll figure it out. I might move the door. If I do, I'll move the number. But in any event, that's room 6. Right. Find these bloody numbers again. Right. Okay. We have our numbered rooms there. We do have to do something about this staircase going up here to the penthouse. Now, we do of course have this, but I honestly, in a way, also wouldn't mind getting just the outside area on this bit done tonight as well. So we can go with sort of like the penthouse. I might even just write penthouse above it and give a little backstory. Yes, there's going to be a backstory to this hotel, and it's going to be found maybe on this wall up here. So we could do that. Okay. I don't know. First, I think if we're going to do any fucking thing, we need to get a wall built here. All the way along, just so we can make sure our guests don't go arse over tit down the stairs. That wouldn't be a fun day, or very good for the reputation of the establishment. It's a big fucking word for me, isn't it? Establishment, fuck. Right. There we go. I mean, technically, you could do a cupboard under the stairs there, but I'm not going to do that. That'll look a bit out of place. So now we got... Fuck me, that's a narrow staircase, but we can get up there to where the penthouse suite is going to be. Check it out. Right. Oh, I don't know. Should I do that or should I do something else? I don't know. Oh, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's put... we're going to go carpeting up here. No, we're not. I'll leave the floor. Let's put some decorations down. Hang on, the fucking ceiling got to be done. The ceiling's got to be done. Let's do ceiling and lights first before we even think about decorations. We're getting way too ahead of ourselves. But yes, the next project is in the pipeline. Hello? What's this I see? Did some numpty not build a fucking wall, right? Hang on. There we go. That numpty is me, by the way. Hi, I'm your host. Welcome to this channel. Make of it whatever you will. Right, fuck. Hang on. Alright, fuck it. We'll get it done. So yeah. Every fucking time, innit? It's every bloody time. Right. Let's get this sealant filled in. I'll tell you, to be honest, right, massive shout out to Boston, actually, because he actually gave me this trick of just putting tiles on the ceiling, which is a hell of a lot quicker than painting it. You know, I fucking dread doing ceilings, but the one downstairs, I actually, did today quite quick. I mean, if we just pop down there, we can have a look. Let's go down the stairs here, down this flight, and we're back down. You know, imagine how long it would have took to paint this bastard. Instead, I just tiled the fucking lot, put the lights around, and it was all good. And this floor is basically done, and that little bit of white mark you can see there, that's got the name of the hotel on it, but you ain't seeing that just yet. Oh, no. You ain't seeing that just yet. And I thought, what kind of a hotel has this as like a kitchen or food area? That's more like a food court. Didn't want to go down that road, so instead I put some bar stools round, turn that into a bar, and then diners can have sort of like their experience come out of the newly built kitchen. Very suave. Would you be happy to stay in a hotel like this? If I was in the hotel game, I probably wouldn't fucking last long, because knowing me, I'll end up running a fucking nightly fucking sex show or something. It is quite posh, isn't it, Pam? It is quite nice. Knowing me, I'll get fucking, I'll get closed down before I even get going, because they'll be walk into the lobby and there'll be sort of like a fucking stripper sliding down a pole. That's the sort of level that I would probably fucking end up doing, to be fair. Anybody who knows me knows that that would probably happen as well. Right. So, these are not going to have a switch. These lights are on all the time, because it is... Do you know what? There's 3 of them fuckers up there, and they're not very bright, are they? Fucking hell, they're like one of my nephews. Let's go... Let's go like this. Oh, I don't care. I've got loads of nephews, so I'll have to work out between them which one it is. Right, let's try these ones. Oh, they're a bit brighter. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The lights is since the update, yeah. I thought it might have something to do with that. There we go. We turn our torch off. That is more than bright enough. That's lovely. But do you know what? It looks a bit cold. It looks a bit... I have to put a carpet up here. I have to. This is what people are paying top fucking dollar for. They're paying for comfort. They're paying for luxury. They're paying for a place where they can go and shag their mistress fucking repeatedly. And pay top dollar, be comfortable with it. So naturally, it's got to be, it's got to be comfortable. It's got to be warm feeling. And that is the experience that I'm going to give them. I'll also give their wives something if they want me to, but that's besides the point. That is a separate service we offer here at the hotel. Completely complimentary. Pam says, subscribe and drop a like, everyone. Thanks. Thank you so much, Pam. You are the OG. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Right. A bit of red never hurt anyone. Okay, now we've got to think about what we're going to put on these walls. Now, if we're talking along the lines of a penthouse, and this is just being the entrance to it, this isn't even inside the fucking room yet, I'm thinking you could have essentially do something like that and tart it up a bit. So if I was to say I'm going to go for what about, no, fuck that, ugh, black, and I'll change the other one to red. That's kind of seedy looking, isn't it? Let's go with that. How about just a black and white? How would that look? Do you know what? We'll buy it and try it. We'll do a couple of rows and see how we get on. And yeah, we'll put some decorations and shit out here as well. Yep, that works. That does actually work quite well. I quite like it, so we'll go with it. I'm glad I did the red carpet, because that actually breaks that up just a little bit. If I'd have done this with the blue floor, that would have looked very cold. Got to decorate myself soon in this house. Oh God. That's going to be fun. I'm hoping to actually start that in the next couple of weeks. That's if Amazon will ever deliver my fucking sander I've ordered. Right. Fuck me, we need some more of this. Right. It's going. So yeah. I hope that no one was too looking forward to a wrestling show tonight. I was going to do it. I've been planning to do it all day. I even did a match card, but then I was sitting there thinking, yeah, I would love to do a wrestling stream, but really want to do. And then I got this idea for this other project I'm going to start, and then it sort of like snowballed from there and took over, as things generally tend to do. So I kind of like, okay, I'm not going to do a wrestling stream tonight. I'm doing a wrestling stream next week with the first look. Thursday going into Friday at midnight when the game drops. So I thought, well, if I do that this week, at least you've had a little bit of extra flipper, because it won't be obviously you're there. Well, I don't know. Will there be a house flipper next Thursday? Will I do a stream and then come back a little bit later? Will I do a double night? I haven't really decided that yet. The way it stands at the moment, it's not going to happen, a double. But things can always change. But don't quote me on it. Don't think, oh, he's going to do a double. I might not, and I don't want to disappoint no one. So. And we've got to do this. Fuck it, I'll do that later on. Actually, I have to pretty much do it now, don't I? Faff. Right, okay. Okay, that's what we'll do. That's fine. We're probably just going to paint white around the rest of the walls anyway. But that's because this is penthouse. You know, it's got to be a little bit more upmarket. There we go. Okay, already it's looking quite nice. And yeah, like I said, there is going to be a backstory to this hotel. There is going to be, like, I'm going to put a little bit of a story down on this wall and stick it up. So you'll have to wait and see what that's going to be about. I do have an idea for that. Don't worry. Yes, it's going to be absolutely fucking depraved and filthy. Don't worry. I'm not losing my touch here, you know. Right. So we could put some things on the wall, but or on the ground, but nothing that really represents anything to do with the hotel's past. Pam says, I guess. Well, of course. Would you expect anything else from me? It would be a sad fucking day if I didn't do anything like that. You know, they should add on to that sign, live, love, laugh. They should say, live, love, laugh, fuck. That's just how I see things, though. You know, your mileage may vary, but that's how I think it should say. Right. I'm not putting a fucking freaky ass fish on the wall because that'll ruin it. There's a typewriter there. I mean, a clue to do with the backstory. Back in those days, they may have even used a typewriter. That's fucking well small. What about that? I'll put him up there. And he can go there. And we'll even put two more over here. And I hope I've got enough room above these stairs for this. Yes. They're all the same thing. That's an even bigger one. Do you know what? Let's actually put the bigger one in. If I promise a big one, you get a big one. That's what, you know, that's what the ladies expect. Right. Okay, what else have we got? A vase. A big ass vase. Sure, that can go here. And just make it, you know, just to break the room up a little bit, just to give it some sort of a vibe, you know, something. You want to see some kind of class when you walk outside a room like this. So you could do that. I was going to put a fucking something like a door in and call it an elevator, but I can't do that. That's one thing they should actually bring into Flipper, like lifts and shit like that, you know. How about a white piece of carpet just running up around here and the rest being red to break it up? Would that work? Let's try it. We can always recover it. So if we go white, and we get our dimensions right, so we could basically do it so it leads up to the corner of the door like that, and then literally run it to about there. Should be okay. Yeah. Run that fucking every time. And then, to be perfectly honest, you could do that. It looks a little thin there, but I'll go, well, I could make it a little bit thicker. just by doing that, really. How do we think that looks? I think that looks okay. I don't think that looks too bad. I might leave it. Right. And now we're going to have to write penthouse across there and put the story over there, but... Not a problem, Pam. I know what phones are like. Phones can be absolute shit. Mine is shit. It is the biggest pile of crap I've ever looked at. It's not my regular one. I haven't got the phone I had even a few weeks ago. I've got one which is an old one I had. Mine, what I had, I loved, but it now resides with my wife. Hers went wrong. She bought a new one just before Christmas, and already it's gone wrong. And, well, what do you expect? It's an Amazon special. So yeah, she needed a phone, and being the kind, generous person I am, I actually gave her my phone, which is a really, quite a good one. So she's got mine. And I'm stuck with this piece of shit until I get another one. But I've seen one I like, so maybe in the next, if this can do me a couple of months until I can afford to get another one, then all good. And we'll just seal the back of this up. Like I said, you could easily do cupboards under the stairs here, but no, I'm not going to go for that. That's going to, to me, that'll look a bit cheap. Great for storage, but yeah. Right. Lovely. So that's there, ready to go. And it also kind of closes it off a bit as well, which is quite nice to go up to there. So that is ready to go. Now, what floor are we on? We're on the first floor here because downstairs is the... Yeah, right, okay. Well, I think we should start painting. Now, like I did down here, I'm going to do the same thing. White wall with a gold trim. That's going to be sort of like a theme that continues to run through the hotel. So I'm going to actually do the painting on this. I'm not going to use tiles on the wall, apart from the gold stuff. So we'll get a bunch of paint. And get painting, I suppose. I'll start over in this corner, work my way round. So there you go. We have made a start. Right. Lovely stuff. Oh, right. So yeah, 2 days left. No, yeah, 1 day left until the weekend, folks. What are your plans for the weekend? Anything? Me, just a usual sort of weekend. Get up on Saturday morning, terrorise my neighbours with my hi-fi system, the usual stuff. And see how we go. I've got a question, right, for anyone out there. This might seem a bit fucking weird and random, and even if you're watching from a different country, you may not even have this shop or store in your country. Has anyone on here ever been to a B&M? I've heard of it. I've heard of what B&M is, but I've never ever been to one. We've got one in the town I live in, opening up on Saturday. Are they any good? What sort of things do they sell? If you know, can you sort of like let us know in the comments or even in the chat? Because I've never ever been to one. Right, let's get this wall painted up. Not long now to left of the stream, folks. So, you know, Paul said they sell all sorts. Nice. I don't, because I've never fucking been to one. There's one opening up, which used to be the old Aldi, but Aldi has since had a shop built and moved just up the road a little bit, which is better for me because I'm, instead of being like 10 minutes away, I'm literally 2 minutes away from my local Aldi now. That's great. I can literally hop on my bike, go down there, be back with what I want, all in the space of 10 minutes. That's if the fucking checkouts are opening. You know what the checkouts are like in fucking Aldi. Dear customers, we are opening till number 1. Please proceed to the next available till. And then, as soon as I've opened till number 1, dear customers, we are closing till number 5. Why the fuck do you just keep number fucking 5 opened? Discount shop. Awesome. Now, as I said the other night, I walked past there the other day, but they didn't have no stock in there when I went past. And I said the other night I'm a smoker. I know they're going to have a cigarette counter. So that's one thing I'm very excited about. But yeah, I just want to go in there and just see what they got, you know. You know, because the kids are here, and they on the weekends they're quite busy. They don't really get to go out downtown on the weekends because they're old enough to be like tidy in their rooms and stuff. You know, 10 years old and 15 years old, I think, is old enough to look after your own bedroom and learn a bit of responsibility. So they do their tidy their rooms on Saturdays, and you know, make the beds, hoover their rooms and stuff like that. So they don't really get a chance, and that opens this Saturday, but I'm not going to get a chance to go then. So the only chance I'm going to get to go will probably be next Monday when I go with my wife. You know, and I just want to know what kind of things they do. I mean, I've heard people raving about it. Put it this way: does anyone know, Paul, if you're watching, is it better than Poundland? I don't mean price-wise. I mean with like the quality of the stuff. Because I'm interested in going in there and just seeing what they got. Unfortunately, when I go down there, I won't have any money. I'm only going for a snout and have a look. I mean, the next day I'll have some money, but that's already fucking, you know, nominated to basically spend on 2K. Good quality shings, not so sure about Poundland. Okay. At least they're good quality, that's the main thing. Because I remember Poundland stuff used to break 5 minutes after you got out of the fucking packaging. I bought that's a shame. We used to have a Poundland in the town where I live, but apparently that wasn't making enough money to cover the rent. And so they had to shut down. A lot of Poundlands are shutting down now, I've heard. But this was one that went, and the one that I used to have in my town used to be, that was where the old Woolworths used to be. Because I'm old fucking school, I still call it, you know, Woolworths. Like if I'm meeting my wife downtown or something, if she's got to go somewhere and she's coming downtown anyway, I'll wait for her. And if she's like, where are you? I'll say outside Woolworths. That's always been Woolworths to me. But yeah, that did turn into a Poundland for a little time. And it had a good run. It lasted about 4 or 5 years. But then after that, you know, it couldn't afford to keep open, so they shut it. And ever since they shut it, it's just been sitting there dormant doing fuck all. You know, and that's the problem in it these days. There's not enough actual shops to go out to because everything is online. Everything for convenience is online. And I think some things, just a few things, shouldn't be available online, and you should actually have to go out to the, you know, the shops and or stores to buy them, you know, to keep these businesses alive. You know, especially sort of like the one thing when I'm on talking about shops now. That the one thing I do believe in heavily is supporting local. You know, whether it be a local butcher or florist or anything like that. I do believe in shopping local because it does help them out. Oh, yes, unless you're disabled, you are right there, yes. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. But, you know, I think that supporting local is good. I mean, everybody's seen the news, everybody's heard about it at least. You know, the amount that farmers have been going through in the past few years as well. I mean, I watch Clarkson's Farm. Now, I know he's sort of like a celebrity. I know he's a car journalist and stuff like that. A lot of people don't like Clarkson. I actually do. I think he's a fucking top bloke, and that. But the way that he's opened his farm up and when you watch his show and he shows you the truth about the farming industry as it is, and they do all of this work, breaking their backs all hours of God's end for literally fuck all. They don't make a lot of money at all, and that's why I believe in supporting local. Because if that's going to help a farmer just have, a bit of a better turnover at the end of the year, then more power to them, and God bless them, I really truly do believe in that. They do struggle. But no, Pam, you are right, unless you're disabled. Yeah, of course, there should be things like that. But also, there could be a way which sort of like, even if they've, don't necessarily sell the stuff online, but you can order it that way and it gets delivered to you. I suppose it is shopping online, really. But out of the actual store for a disabled person, then I think that is a good idea. Oh fucking, have I fucked this up? Oh fuck me. Right, hang on. I fixed it now. There's a great big... What? Is that what I just put? That is just what I just put in. What the fuck? Maybe I should double skin that. Okay. Let's brick that. Let's brick that, fuck it. I'm going to double skin it real quick. Pam says it is great to be able to go shopping and see what you're buying though. Oh yeah, 100%, With online, yes, the convenience is there, and yes, that's fantastic for, non-able-bodied persons, people who can't get out, people who suffer, with disabilities, not only physically but mentally as well. If they can't go out, that's a great way to do it. It really is absolutely brilliant. So, that's really good. But, yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing what this B&M place is like, because I've never bloody been to one. And curiosity is getting a little bit better of me. Is that still not fucking right? Do you know what? We're going to paint it and say bollocks to it. Because I've got to end in a minute. That ain't fucking right, is it? I'm going to have to fix that. I'll paint this side. I'm going to have to fix the shit, though. Painting the wall. How fun for people to watch me paint a fucking wall. They have a B&M app on the phone, Flawless. Ooh, okay. I might take a look at that and see what kind of things they offer. You know, there's bound to be a whole bunch of stuff in there that I'm going to fucking want. I will look, Pam. I actually, you know, never actually thought to do that. So yeah, I will take a look, 100%. Right, okay, how long have we been streaming? 1 hour, 1 minute, that'll do me nicely. Let's finish tonight's stream off upstairs in the hallway to the penthouse suite. So there we go. It is the last stream of February 2026. And what a good one it's been. If you was expecting wrestling tonight, I do apologise, but I had a card ready. I was willing to do it. I was ready to do it. It's a red app. Gotcha. Thank you. And you know, but I just decided to do Flipper instead, just to do a bit more of this. But I appreciate you if you come in. To Kathy, I hope you're feeling well really, really soon. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you back here next stream, which will probably be Sunday. Also, you know what's coming. We've got to give a shout out to two of the greatest people in the history of our sport. That is Pam and Boston. If you like House Flipper and you want more of this kind of content, and you want someone who's way better than fucking me, you need to go subscribe to Pam's Game TV 2000. This lady is an artist. She is the queen of the flipper. She is, you know, the things that she can do with a building will make you say, what the fuck? So, you know, you really need to go and show her some support, show her some love, and subscribe to her channel, because not only is she a great content creator, she's also a really great person as well. That's Pam's Game TV 2000 right here on YouTube. Yeah, it's all meant, Pam, and you're more than welcome. And of course, if you want more content like this as well, apart from Pam, there's another guy you can go and subscribe to. And ladies, oh ladies, this man loves to talk about this cucumber. This man would love to whip his hose out and splash you with it. This man will happily fry somebody in a prison chair. This man will chase a person down in a police car only to find out that they are transporting 24 cucumbers for personal use. This man is also the king of the mansions on House Flipper. This man is Boston Tea Party. He is my brother from another mother. He's an incredible person, a fantastic creator, puts a shit ton of work into his creations and his mansions and stuff that he builds. And he's a really nice person to talk to as well, a great friend. So please go subscribe to Boston Tea Party right here on YouTube, and as previously said, Pam's Game TV 2000. Do yourself a favour this weekend, check out some good content. But for me, I'm now going to get the fuck up out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I will try and be back on Sunday. Pam says yes, great builds. I totally agree. I'll be trying to be back on Sunday with some more House Flipper, when we'll try and do a little bit more of this joint. So until then, I hope you guys please stay safe, be good to each other, enjoy your weekend, and God bless you all. Thank you so much to everybody who came in. You guys, you know, rock the fucking house. You really do. You know, thank you so much for watching. Cheers. God bless. See you on Sunday. Cheers. Thank you so much. Bye.